Hi guys, hope you're well. Thanks for clicking on this video. I'm sure a lot of you who follow me on Instagram are aware, but I am just going to pop in here at the beginning to let you guys know this video is long overdue. It was meant to go up months ago. I just got carried away with life, forgot about it, then kept having questions on my teeth and never got around to actually filming it, giving you guys like the end prices, the end results, and actually finishing the video. So that is what I am doing today. So I just thought I'd put this in here at the beginning. Most of these clips I will be blonde. This was back from January. It is now July, so I'm really sorry it's taken me so long to kind of get through this. Obviously a lot went on at the start of the year and I moved out, and yeah, it was just a crazy time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Sorry that it is a little bit kind of chaotic here, there and everywhere. Not quite as smooth as I thought it was going to be, but the information is there. If you guys are interested in composite bonding, veneers, whitening, dentistry work, anything like that, this video might be useful for you. I go into a lot of detail and like show you guys what's happening, and I'll talk about prices for me personally throughout the video. But yeah, you will now see me from January, so have fun. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, I really appreciate it. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I am going to be taking you along with my teeth journey, I suppose. What I'm actually getting done is composite bonding, which I think my first ever like initial consultation was maybe nearly 2 years ago now. I went away with a whitening kit that I paid for as part of like my treatment plan to go off and whiten my teeth, and until I'm happy with it, and then book an appointment to come back. I just never did it as much as I kind of, I suppose, needed to. The whole of last year was just a bit of a write-off, because by the time I thought I'm gonna get my teeth done this year, we obviously went into lockdowns and came out of them, and I just didn't really think about it too much. So I think it was maybe like a month or so ago that I rang up my dentist and asked about just checkups and stuff, because I hadn't been to the dentist all year. So I wanted to just go have a normal checkup to check my teeth were all okay, and ask my dentist about my treatment plan and whether we can still go ahead with it. But yeah, I just wanted to start off this vlog. I should have started this morning because I've actually been for my first appointment already. I don't know whether you can tell that I'm talking a little bit weirdly, but I filmed a little bit just before I left, but it was literally like a minute rushed, like I'm going to the dentist, like I'm nervous. I didn't really sit down and explain anything, so I thought I would just film this before anything further gets done. I just explain kind of like the process of what I'm getting done if you guys are interested, because when I mentioned it on Instagram I had quite a few questions. So if you do follow me over there, you'll know that I've spoken about this before. So a bit of a backstory: I've had braces in the past when I was about 14, 15. It was like year 10 and 11 in school, so my teeth used to be quite gappy. They've always been fairly like straight. There's no like overbite, underbite, really crooked teeth. It was just quite gaps, especially between my front ones. And obviously I had like the clear retainers that you're supposed to wear all the time, and then after a while you can just wear them in the night, and as most people do, I just started to not wear them very often, especially my bottom ones, just because I hated the feeling of having both retainers in my mouth. And I don't think I've worn that bottom retainer for maybe over 2 years, maybe nearly 3, I don't know. So 2 little gaps were starting to come back on my bottom teeth, but I was still wearing my top retainer maybe like once a week. But if I'd left it for quite a while, the slight gap in between my 2 front teeth would ever so slightly start to move. Wasn't very noticeable, but I didn't like it. And I've always had a slight chip in one of the front of my teeth, which some people have mentioned or like made a joke or a comment on in videos or something in the past. Like I've had a comment on YouTube before, and it doesn't really faze me. Like, I've got thick skin. Obviously I'm on camera a lot now, I take a lot of photos, and as I'm getting older I think I'm just more aware of my appearance, and I just wanted to kind of get it sorted, I suppose. Originally when I went to Aston, I had seen a lot of people going to Turkey for veneers, and it's kind of annoying because on social media I think you're made to think like you need something done, which I don't really agree with. Obviously you do something for you. If it's going to make you happy, I'm all for it, but please do not give in to like social pressure, peer pressure, just because everyone else is getting it done. But I did want to query about it and ask his opinion, and at the time I didn't realise that Aston actually does veneers and bonding and stuff himself at the dentist I go to, and he goes to a different clinic as well. We had a short consultation, a little chat about it, and he basically told me he wouldn't be putting veneers on my teeth. He doesn't think I need it. He explained just a little bit more in depth about the differences between like veneers, like porcelain veneers, between crowns and bonding, and all the different routes that you can go down. Composite bonding then is another route to go down if you have chips in your teeth, if there's small gaps that you want to close, and it's basically just adding material to the edges of your teeth, so it's not putting anything on the top. A lot of the time there may not be any kind of shaving of your teeth, it's just adding to it, making them straight, and things like that. So I'm just going to play the clip from this morning before I left, whatever I can put in, and then some of the videos of my teeth before that as well. But I'm actually off to the dentist this morning. I really need to leave like right now. It is 9:05. It takes me like 5-10 minutes to get down there. But I am starting my composite bonding process for my teeth, which I'm really excited about. I will explain more when I can, but I thought I would just, I don't know if this is going to be the start of it or whether I'll do like a little introduction, but I kind of want to take you along, I think, with it, and just show you the difference and talk more about it. I have had questions when I've told people about what I'm getting done, like what is it, what's the difference between that and veneers, like prices, etc, etc. So yeah, I'm really excited about this video. I'm nervous. This is, I think, the first of 3 appointments I'm gonna have to have. This is my teeth before I literally go for my first appointment. Oh god.
Right, you've got little chicken trackers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Microbrushes.
The blue ones or the white ones?
Those blue ones. Cool.
So yeah, I didn't film too much of the process, but I might ask if it's okay for me to kind of film while he's doing a bit of work, if like my camera or my hand's not going to get in the way, just so you can see maybe a little bit of what goes into it. But it's not painful, it's like a bit uncomfortable. Obviously you've got like this big kind of mouth shield in, so your mouth's aching a little bit. He kind of polished and cleaned my bottom teeth because that's what we started on today, and I will show you close up in a second. And obviously I was laid down for like an hour, and I do tend to tense up a little bit, especially when they will shave down, like, so they build on your tooth like longer and maybe bigger than like what you want it to be, and then go in and shape it and kind of file it down with like these drills and stuff. I wasn't numbed at all because it's not supposed to be painful, it's just more of like a bit uncomfortable, like scratching of like the metal on your tooth. It's like what did Aston say, like nails on a blackboard. It kind of just goes through you a little bit, but it's not painful, it's like it's bearable, you know, it's fine. So as you can hopefully see in those videos of the 2 kind of gaps, my teeth just did not look kind of straight. I had very pointy teeth here that would kind of slot into each other, so they didn't all sit flat and like flush. And I just notice it so much more when I talk, and especially on camera with like my front teeth, but also the 2 gaps were at the bottom. So I'm going to show you a close-up of my teeth like now. I've taken some of my own photos, but just so I kind of have a diary of it for myself, is that the term? I don't know. So basically what he did was he built on the, I think it's 4, I think I'm only getting 8 teeth done up until there, so it's like my front 4 on top and bottom. So we started on the bottom of them and we've closed those gaps, but what they do feel like at the moment is a really rough and abrasive, because obviously this is the first appointment. He needs to polish them and straighten them out a little bit more, so they are not finished, they are a little bit more dull because they haven't been polished and had like the finished kind of stuff on it. So they are really rough on the inside and the outside, and it's not a very nice feeling. I'm waiting for them to give me a phone call to book in my next appointment, which I'm really hoping is like as soon as possible. but I'm really happy with it. Like, already looking at myself, I noticed such a difference, which is crazy. And I just cannot wait for like all of these to be more square and straight and even. Like, it's gonna be insane. Like, I'm so excited. I was really nervous this morning just because I didn't know what to expect, but it's not bad. And it's going to be well worth it. So I think I'm going to leave it there for now, and basically the next time I film is going to be my second appointment. So yeah, I'm going to talk prices towards the end of the video after I show you guys like the before and after, and I might kind of put a question poll on Instagram and then include that at the end of this video as well. I don't know how long this video is going to take. Could be a couple of weeks, could be a couple of months. It really depends on when my appointments can fit in, and obviously we are still in lockdown, but the dentists are open, so I don't know when I'm going back to work. I'll have to fit it in around that, so I'm hoping I can get another appointment in within the next week or two. And if you were following me on Instagram, you probably would have seen me post a little bit about this through the journey as well. Good morning, hello. It is now a week later. I don't really know whether I said too much after I'd had my first appointment where we did start on my bottom teeth for the bonding, but I had a phone call I think later that day for payment, and then had another phone call to say that my dentist had opened up another day this week, rather than waiting 2 weeks for my next appointment. So it is now the 14th, yeah, Thursday the 14th. So obviously it's been a complete week since I had my first appointment. My teeth obviously still feel really weird, like I explained about, like it's quite rough, but it's not as bad as it was for the first like 2 days because I've been brushing them and stuff, and I suppose they're not like as abrasive, but I can still feel it, and I play with like it with my tongue a lot, and it's very annoying. My top teeth are gonna be different. I don't know, yeah, I'm just a little bit scared, but I'm excited. And he said that obviously we'll try and like polish them down as much as possible, and get them kind of looking really good, and hopefully they won't feel too bad. And then next week is my last appointment then, where we will finish up all of the like shaping, the straightening, and the polishing and stuff like that, and get my new like fixed retainer on the top fitted, and my new like whitening trays fitted. So yeah, I am very excited. It is, what's the time? It's just nearly coming to past, so I'm gonna have to leave in a minute because my appointment's at 1:45. I whitened my teeth again last night. I had to use like a different whitening strip on my bottom teeth because we didn't cut the shape in my whitening trays to whiten them, but obviously my top ones haven't changed, so they're still fine, but I just used a different whitening strip on the bottom just to add something.
Good content.
I've come home. It's been a couple of hours just because I had to run a few errands and like pop to B&M and stuff, but I have like brushed my teeth, I've done my makeup, about to film a haul. So I thought I'd just show you my teeth so far. I think I filmed like a little bit of kind of when he was like drilling my teeth and adding like a bit of bonding on. I know I couldn't really film close up because his head was in front of me, otherwise the camera just would have been in his way. So hopefully you got to see like a little bit. It might not be kind of really informative at all, but I suppose you just kind of see what they're doing. So basically what we did today was finish like a little bit of the bottom and basically just do the top teeth, and then I've got my last appointment well, hopefully it should be my last appointment next Thursday, so I've got another week. They don't feel as bad, like as abrasive as the bottom ones did, because he's kind of polished and smoothed them as much as possible before we actually go in and like finish them off and polish them. So yeah, I basically did my top teeth, did like a little bit to the bottom, made sure I could still bite straight, because obviously when you add in like bonding to the teeth, your bite might be a little bit off, so it's kind of like back and forth, see if it's straight. Like I bite on these little paper things to see if like my bite's even and whatnot, and I kind of like say like, oh no, I can feel this side, whatever. And yeah, so I've got one more appointment. I am really happy with them. We did have a little bit of a conversation about like different types of smile. I'm not sure whether I am gonna get like a little bit more added to the 2 teeth either side of my front teeth, or maybe kind of square off my front teeth a little bit, because Aston basically explained that if it's quite like a squared very like straight square smile, it's quite masculine, whereas slightly maybe more rounded, and obviously your teeth will naturally have a curve up that way, so you kind of want it to follow, you don't want it to be completely straight. My teeth naturally were like very rounded, obviously like chipped and stuff, and then I've got my very pointy canines, which we've not done anything with yet, but I think we're gonna maybe just file them like a little bit so they're not as pointy, because if I bite my tongue, especially with this pointy tip here, it really fucking hurts. Like I could bite a hole through my tongue, so we might just kind of round that off like a little bit, but it's still got to be pointy because that's where it sits in between like the different teeth. So yeah, but this is what they look like. So like here I was like, oh, could we add like a little bit more, so to make it a bit more like level or rounded, but it wouldn't look as natural. So we might, I don't know yet, but I'm going to see how I feel throughout the week. We might add a little bit to the edges of my front teeth, just the tiniest little bit, and then maybe a little bit there, just to kind of make it a little bit more flat and square. And then we've still got to just even out the bottom ones just a little bit, and polish up where all the bonding's kind of obviously still a little bit like not smooth, and then file that one down, just round it a little bit so it's not as pointy. Like already I'm noticing a difference when I talk. Obviously I know I don't look in the camera lens as much as I probably should because I'm looking at myself, but when I was speaking before, and even I think I said when I updated you when my bottom one's done, because I had those 2 little gaps there, when I was speaking, obviously you can see my bottom teeth and my top teeth. Some people you might not see like both of them, and it would always throw me off that you could see those little gaps in my bottom ones, and obviously from certain angles the slight chip in my tooth looked worse, and I suppose I really didn't notice it as much until the past few years, and especially when I'm filming myself more and I look back at a lot of footage and like if I'm up in my face or whatever. So I'm really, really glad that I have got this done. Aston's really pleased with what we have so far. Yeah, so I'm just going to see how I feel throughout this week. He's kind of cut obviously my retainer that I have for my top ones, because I still wear that one to keep this gap in the middle closed, because if I don't it will start to move. So he's had to like cut the bottom of my retainer so my teeth just fit in it, so it is a bit loose, but I've just got to wear that every night now, as much as possible just in case. And then I will be getting that fixed wire, which I wish I didn't have to have, but I don't want my teeth to move, so it's the best option. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there for now and crack on with filming my haul, and obviously I will pick you up next Thursday. Hello again. Today is Thursday and it is my last, I think, dentist appointment. I've got a really nasty spot by here, it's really sore. Maybe I should face this way. But yeah, today is my last dentist appointment, hopefully. I'm sure we can get everything finished today. I'm really excited. Over the past week I've had a lot of compliments on my teeth, and a lot more questions and stuff, so obviously after this appointment I will sit down like once I'm ready and stuff later and go through some like questions I've had from Instagram and stuff. I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far and are excited to see the end result. I'm very happy obviously with the way they are, but I think I'm just going to get it like a little bit more added just to square
the edges off like a little bit, but still keep them nice and natural, rounded, but just to add a little bit more on the edges.
Any from the front and then...
Yeah, and just 5 with you.
So I'm back home, and let's just kind of scrap what I said about this being the last appointment. And I did say on my Instagram stories earlier that I was going to sit down today and like answer loads of questions, but now that's going to have to be on Tuesday because we didn't quite finish everything today because we were adding a little bit more like bonding to my teeth, like I mentioned, and obviously time, like we've only got, I think it was like an hour slot or an hour and 15-minute slot, and we've still got to do the retainer and the molds for like my new then retainer and whitening trays. But we've squared off kind of my teeth a little bit more. We've still got a lot more like shaping to do in terms of just getting it completely like all straight and even, but we're pretty much there. But because we added to the edges of my front tooth and then the edges of the next teeth there, now we kind of need to add a little bit on the inside of this tooth because it's not quite like together, and you probably won't be able to pick it up on camera when I show you, but a couple of the teeth, especially this one here, my natural teeth are very like thin and quite like transparent towards the bottom, like the edges of them. So obviously where the bonding's been added on, there's kind of created like a little bit of like a grey transparent thing through it, and obviously you can only really see it like when you're against the light, and it's obviously where the light shines through it that you can see it, because you can see like what, like my tongue kind of through it ever so slightly. So I think what Aston said we're going to do is maybe put like a really thin bit of bonding like behind my tooth, just to kind of stop that being so transparent and make it maybe a bit more opaque. I hope I'm using those terms in the right way around. Hopefully you can see if I show you a bit closer up. So they are more square now. We added to the edges of these just to make it more square, and then we added the edge here because it was really round there and there, but now we need to add the little bit this side, especially here, to make that, you know, meet there, and that little bit at the bottom there. My lips are so dry from like, honestly, like I just, it's not the nicest thing to go through. Obviously if you don't like the dentist anyway, I'm usually fine, but because obviously they're using drills and stuff and it's not painful, but my teeth are slightly sensitive, so it's like a really like sensitive kind of uncomfortable feeling, but like it's bearable. It's insane to like see myself talking, like if I look in the mirror and look at myself talk, or I look in the camera and look at myself talk, my mouth just looks so different because I'm so used to obviously seeing my teeth how they were before. You know, it's only been like what, 3 weeks, not even, well yeah, 1 2 3, so 3 weeks since I started my teeth, and it's crazy. Obviously like last week when I had them, my top first done, everyone was saying how nice my teeth looked, and I'm just excited for them to be like fully finished, and just keep on whitening them, I guess.
Hello, so it's me again, from the start of the video, you know, me in July rather than me in January. But yeah, obviously I need to kind of finish off this video and I suppose give you guys an update and put the kind of before and after photos in and talk about prices and stuff like that. I think I did do like an end video thing, but the clip went missing and I don't think I fully spoke through everything, and I didn't have the photos then. I only had the photos about a month or so ago, or maybe a month or 2 ago. So obviously it is now July, it's been quite a while, so I can give you a good update on my teeth. Like everything is still fine. So I think the last clip I still had a little bit of work left to do on the inside of this, so we have joined it all up now. I have a bit of bonding behind my teeth to stop the slight opaqueness from where the bonding and my natural tooth starts, because there would have been like a kind of like a grey transparent line of like where my teeth, like a lot of people's natural teeth will be more transparent towards the ends of it. So I have a bit of bonding behind my teeth. I also have a really thin wire behind the back of my front teeth as well, because I think I talked through the maybe the start or at some point in the video of my teeth obviously moved, so I had gaps that came back after I stopped wearing my retainers from my braces that we filled in. So the bottom is all fine. I'm not worried about them moving, so I didn't get a wire on the bottom. I do have retainers to take it in and out, but in all fairness, I haven't had to wear them a lot. I've put them in a couple of times and my teeth haven't moved at all in obviously the months since I had all of this done. But yeah, from the last clip, I think the only thing that happened was we added that little bit just to join them up. Obviously shaped them, smoothed them, added the wire, etc. Did the molds for my new retainers, and that's it. Like everything was smooth sailing from there. I know I did like mention it briefly, but I went to my actual dentist, Aston. I'll pop his details on his Instagram below if anyone is like local to me or interested. Obviously the prices that I'm going to talk about, they will completely differ depending on what work you have done, what dentist you go to, I suppose what country you live in, what city you live in. Prices do vary. Like for this work in London, it would probably be a lot more expensive just because cost of living and cost of work in London in city centre is just always a lot more money. I did kind of write a breakdown. Why am I receiving texts? I did write a little breakdown. I went back through my bank payments to actually get the correct prices for you guys, because I don't mind talking about this, because it, you know, this isn't going to be the price that you pay even if you went to the same dentist as me, because I had a lot of specific work done. So I think I had 8 teeth in total. You know, my front 4 on top and bottom. We did a little bit of shaping with my sharper kind of are they canines, because I do have slightly sharp ones there, but that is naturally where my bite closes anyway. But price wise, I'll talk about, so for the actual bonding, so the 4 teeth of bonding and shaping and everything, and the wire being fitted, because I know I paid I think 100 or something for that in total was £1,264. That's what came out in 3 instalments for my appointments. I paid £300 for my whitening kit that I had previously, and that's still going now, so just now and again I will whiten my teeth with the retainer trays that I had, because that works. And then I'm pretty sure I paid £150 initially for my consultation and for molds to be taken of my teeth. So yeah, what's that, like 1,000, so that's about 1,700 I think in complete total. But obviously I paid that quite gradually because of COVID and my appointments being staggered and things like that. So that was obviously for more work. If you only needed like 2 teeth done, or you didn't need any whitening, or you didn't need a wire or anything like that, it's going to cost you less if you were, I suppose, in a similar price to me. I don't know what the individual price breakdowns are. That's not really for me to say. I just know what the total costs were, what it was for, and that's what I paid. So yeah, to kind of end off this video, I'm going to put up some before and after photos of like complete beginning and after. Any details will be in the description, and if you guys have any questions at all, I know this video is so late, but if there's something I haven't talked about, leave them in the comments. I will try and answer them to the best of my ability. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'm so happy with my teeth and glad that I did it. It was well worth the money for me personally, but just look into these options rather than going straight for kind of veneers or crowns and things like that. There may be cheaper and better alternatives for your teeth. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, give the video a thumbs up, and yeah, thank you and goodbye.